Wow.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Go Up,
where we explore the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Karitas.
Karitas, today we are talking about something I love.
Ooh, hence the Mysterion sound?
That's right. Spirit of wisdom today.
Ooh, nice. Okay, stay tuned. Wow, Dean, that was special.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
All right. I love Lady Wisdom.
We can tell. When you get to know her, it's really hard not to love her.
That's right.
Right? Well, I feel like a lot of us don't even know she's there.
We don't even know she exists.
Yeah. And once you do, love at first sight.
We just think it's symbolic.
Oh, yes. The metaphor of wisdom.
But what if we would say, Karitas, you are a metaphor?
Who am I?
You're not metaphorical.
Yeah.
All right, Karitas, we have a website.
Yes, letsgoup.us.
Because we are in this together. If you are encouraged by today's episode, there's always like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell.
Super fun.
Yes, and we need to welcome our listening and watching guests today.
Yes, welcome everybody from the Grace Awakening Network, from YouTube, and all the podcast platforms, wherever you are. Welcome.
Welcome. Karitas, it's been quite a while since we've talked about wisdom, understanding.
Yeah, well, like 3 years ago, was it?
It was a long time ago.
A long time ago. So they're all like, yellow, we've been here the whole time.
I know.
Give us another shout out.
That's right.
We do mention them a lot throughout, but we just thought we'd, give a good solid chat.
Yes, and today we're going to add something special to the mix. We're going to talk about prudence. Okay, so I have a nickname for all three of these ladies.
Okay.
There's Lady Wisdom, there's Madam Understanding, and there's Dame Prudence.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. All three of them are special friends, and they are our sisters. We've been talking about siblings in the family of God.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, and you were mentioning too about how all three of these lovely spirits have had quite a bad rap.
They have. I mean, the level of wisdom has been brought down to worldly wisdom.
Yeah.
Where we think it's all about being smart. Paul even talks about wisdom that is from this world.
And we don't even want to touch divine wisdom. Who do you think you are? Mind of Christ, what?
Then when it comes to prudence, it's kind of a negative thing to be a prude.
Yeah.
That means that you're uptight. And then if you talk about prudence in the financial realm, it's all about not taking risks. And I mean, come on, in the kingdom of heaven, it's all about risk taking.
Super fun, Dean.
So that can't be the definition of prudence.
No, you know what that kind of reminds me of? The whole prudence being brought down to prude. All of a sudden that word in general is just negative. It reminds me of what people have done to the name Karen. This is a thing. People are like, oh, I'm such a Karen. And everyone goes along with it. But I know like 3 Karens, and they were all the nicest people I have ever met. Like, they're so gentle and thoughtful and genuine and kind, but then the name is just so misused.
Yeah.
But the actual Karen is a very beautiful person inside and out. So I'm like, Prudence, Karen, they get each other. They can start a support group.
Yes. And let's not even talk about, let's say, knowledge, because with knowledge, we've taken the yada out of knowledge.
Right.
It's become about acquisition of facts. And in the kingdom of heaven, knowledge is all about knowing.
That intimacy, that personal oneness with him.
That's right. And the same thing with understanding. So all of these wonderful personalities, they've taken on a negative connotation. So today we're all about honoring the spirit of wisdom, understanding. We're going to talk about prudence.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, when I mention wisdom, they say, oh, you mean Jesus? Jesus is wisdom. And I'm like, no, not Jesus. So anyhow, we're going to introduce Lady Wisdom to our listeners today. And maybe somebody will go on a journey to get to know this amazing spirit.
We are encouraged to diligently seek her.
We are.
Right, and we're going to get to that. Okay, here's your evidence of wisdom not being the same thing as Jesus.
That's right.
Of wisdom being a separate entity.
So Revelation chapter 1.
Alrighty. Right at the beginning of the very end.
That's right. Very first verse.
John, okay, to the 7 churches in the province of Asia, grace and peace to you from him who is, who was, and who is to come, and from the 7 spirits before his throne, and from Jesus.
There you go.
Whoa.
All right, so we've got 7 spirits. They're before the throne and Jesus, separate entities. Then the next one, Revelation 4, verse 5, from the throne came flashes of lightning, rumblings.
Rumblings.
So that's like my stomach when I don't.
That's grumblings.
Oh, those are grumblings. Okay.
Rumbling.
Peals of thunder. In front of the throne, 7 lamps were blazing. These are the 7 spirits of God.
Okay.
Burning brightly.
But then there are also the eyes of the Lamb.
Yes.
In Revelations 5, verse 6, then I saw a lamb looking as if he had been slain, standing at the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. The lamb had 7 horns, 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth.
There they are. They're before the throne. They're flames, burning torches. Here we see them as 7 horns and 7 eyes. They're looking out into the earth, and they're sent out into the earth from the Lamb. They rest upon Jesus, and that is why he has been made wisdom to us.
So if you have a hard time with eye contact, you're going to have a hard time with this. Okay, if you can't just look at someone in the eye while they talk, these 7 eyes are going to mess you up.
So messed you up.
Okay.
So you're probably thinking, so what are these 7 spirits? Well, in the book of Isaiah, it names them, all right?
Yes, the Spirit of the Lord will rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and of understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of might, the Spirit of knowledge and fear of the Lord.
All right, so there they are, the 7. Isaiah 11, verse 2. And it's talking about Jesus here. And it says the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. So there's 7 spirits mentioned there. All of these spirits rest upon Jesus. And evidently when we see him in the book of Revelation, that resting upon him looks like eyes and horns sent out into all the earth.
Yeah, it really escalated.
Yeah. So here we have images that we can't really figure out in the natural. But just to be clear, we do have 7 individual spirits here. Now there's also Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is not one of these 7 spirits. Holy Spirit is part of the Trinity. So we have Holy Spirit, and then we have these 7 other spirits. The Spirit of the Lord, it says, will rest on him. In the Old Testament, a lot of times, that's what we see. It says, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon somebody, and then they would do some amazing thing.
Right.
And then it would lift again.
Yeah.
But all these other spirits also rest. So let's say in the case of Solomon, the Spirit of wisdom obviously rested upon him, right?
Yeah.
Because he sought after wisdom.
Good stuff, Dean. All
We
right.
have 7 spirits. One of them is the spirit of wisdom. One of them is the spirit of understanding. We're going to talk about those 2 today. And we're also going to introduce you to one of their roommates
Yes.
named Prudence.
Dame Prudence.
That's right. This is so exciting, Karitas. I don't know why.
Because you don't hear this stuff being talked about, and it should just be normal and regular conversation. If these are spirits that are before the throne of God, they rested on Jesus and they hung around him and they are the eyes for him to see. Like these things are very important subjects, and exciting and fun subjects.
And that's why if they rested on Jesus, then they rest now upon us.
Yeah.
Because they're sent out into all the earth. And they are to help us as heirs of salvation to live and to carry out the work of the kingdom here on the earth.
Yeah, I think this is kind of why we've got so stuck at the Christmas Easter story. And this is where we make our camp and we stay there. We kind of just focus on those in a cyclical pattern, but we don't move off into the unknowns of this new creation life in him. And I think the enemy is very comfortable with us being comfortable, but I feel like globally there is a shift happening in the community of believers where people are starting to seek out these deeper truths more. It's like this veil is being removed.
Yes.
Maybe it's just been all the chaos that's happened in the past decade or so. People are kind of shaken out of their slumber, and there's this excitement rising that I feel amongst many people.
And right now, at this juncture in time, it's a very active time period in the spirit world. There are angels, everywhere, right?
Yeah, if you're finding feathers all over the place, there's a reason. Angels, crisscrossing past each other, zooming around.
That's right.
It's exciting. You can feel it, the frequency shifting,
Yes.
and all the vibrations.
And now is also the time for the 7 spirits to be released. They have a great work to do and a great role to play in these last days.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why we're honoring them, because they are full on right now in their assignment for the kingdom of heaven to be brought to earth.
Where do we go from here? There's just so much. Where do we even begin?
Yeah. I think the best we can do here to really introduce you to these spirits, in particular the spirit of wisdom, is to go to the book of Proverbs. We're going to look at Proverbs chapter 7, 8, 9. In those 3 chapters, there's a lot of writing about wisdom. Now, a lot of people say it's allegorical. In the footnotes of all of our Bibles, it says this is an allegorical reference to Jesus. But you will not meet and encounter the spirit of wisdom if you don't get to know her as a person. She will just be allegorical for the rest of our lives. And the thing is, she has a history, she has a past, she has a present, she has a future. And she's been there right from the start. And so if we start to look at her and we change our view, we got to renew our minds to the fact that this is a person. This is a personality. This is a spirit. It's an entity. Once we start making that corner, it opens up an entire world of encounter with the heavens, with the kingdom, and it gives you somewhere to go when you need wisdom. I mean, yes, we go to Jesus. It says in Corinthians that he has been made to us wisdom, but that's because the spirit of wisdom rests on him. He actually embodies all of these spirits, but they're still spirits. They're still separate entities. And we can get to know them each as a person.
Yeah. And so when he says the things I did, you'll do. So if I had the spirit of wisdom upon me, you'll have the spirit of wisdom upon you.
Exactly.
As he is, so are you in this world. I think we kind of think, oh, we're just kind of like a blurry version. But if he's the older brother and we're manifesting him, then we're walking as he walked, which is with the spirit of wisdom and prudence, the spirit of the fear of the Lord. He showed us what it looked like to walk fully human and one with God when we step into who we are isn't bringing him down. It's actually honoring why he even came.
When we step into who we are, it's not bringing Jesus down. It's honoring why he came.
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't done a mic drop in a long time.
Whoa, it's
We're
happening.
getting one today. Boom. That was a mic drop for sure. All right, so wisdom is a person, and she is shrouded in mysterion.
Nice.
All right.
Sorry, it's just such a happy sound.
She is hard to find because she is hidden. She's a spirit, one of the 7 spirits of God before the throne of God. When we turn the corner from seeing wisdom as a concept to see her as a person, it opens up a whole new understanding of her. We're told to seek her diligently. So if we're looking for a missing person, it might be helpful to find out where she hangs out.
Oh, yes. Isn't that kind of the first thing? Yeah. Where are their hangouts? Who are their friends?
Proverbs chapter 8 gives us some clues.
Okay, let's go there.
All right, so we have a couple of different translations here. So starting in verse 1, does not wisdom call and understanding raise her voice? So here we have 2 personalities already. We have wisdom, she's calling, and understanding is raising her voice. So here's where they are. On top of the heights, beside the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gates, at the opening to the city, at the entrance of the doors, she cries out. Passion Translation, can you hear the voice of wisdom? From the top of the mountains. All right, so we're all about let's go up here.
Yeah, that's a little more, dramatic than a hilltop.
Right, so wisdom can be found on the mountain. I love some of this language. She speaks into the gateways of the glorious city, at the place where the pathways merge, at the entrance of every portal, Karitas.
There we go. Portals.
Portals, all right? So we're talking about transition points here between heaven and earth. There she stands, ready to impart understanding, shouting aloud to all who enter, preaching her sermon to all who will listen.
I love that language because you can try all you want to try to access heaven or the thoughts of God, but there's Lady Wisdom, just this portal, this opening to the mind of Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, Lady Wisdom, boom, portal opened.
Right. So here's the place she hangs out. She hangs out on the mountain of the Lord. She hangs out on the heights. She hangs out where the pathways converge. She hangs out at the gates of the city. She hangs out at the portals, at the entrance of the doors, at transition points between heaven and earth. She is from heaven, so we will need to go up in order to encounter her.
There we go.
She can be found before the throne. So if you go into the throne, she'll be there in front. We are told to watch daily at her gates and wait at her doorposts. We're getting a lot of clues here. Once again, let's not think of this as allegorical. Let's think of this as a spirit who's been sent out into the earth to help us navigate the complexities of living life in the kingdom of heaven. So here she is. She's available. We just have to go where she is.
Wouldn't we want those things in our life?
You'd be crazy not to.
Yeah.
So if we continue on here,
Good.
I'm calling to you, sons of Adam, yes, and to you, daughters, as well. Listen to me, and you will be prudent and wise. The meaning of my words will release within you revelation for you to reign in life. My lyrics will empower you to live by what is right. For everything I say is unquestionably true. I refuse to endure the lies of lawlessness. My words will never lead you astray. All the declarations of my mouth can be trusted. They contain no twisted logic or perversion of the truth. Karitas, truth is one of the hardest things in our world to find.
And it's the only thing that sets us free. And yet we can't find it.
Yes, and here it is found in wisdom. She speaks only the truth. Her words can be absolutely trusted.
This goes beyond our thinking, IQ, intelligence, just that worldly knowledge. It's so much simpler.
There's all kinds of directions and ways and voices out there, and we can listen to them all and get very confused. But when the Spirit of wisdom speaks, when she cries out, she just speaks truth, straight truth. That's such a freeing thought. So moving on here, she says, I am wisdom. I am shrewd and intelligent. I have at my disposal living understanding to devise a plan for your life. I love the phrase living understanding.
Yeah.
It's actually alive. That's because understanding is also a spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit of wisdom and understanding, they work together. Wisdom dispenses understanding. It's at her disposal. But the two of them are quite a double character.
Yeah.
Then she says, I will show my love to those who passionately love me, for they will search and search continually until they find me. So in my experience with the seven spirits of God, they're very relational. Just like everything in the kingdom of heaven, when we're dealing with the Father, when we're dealing with Yeshua, Holy Spirit, the seven spirits, even the angelic, we're dealing with beings who are 100% relational in their approach. And the thing is, you can't just use them. And that's the thing about this, because see, this next verse says, unending wealth and glory come to those who discover where I dwell. The riches of righteousness and a long, satisfying life will be given to them. What I impart has greater worth than gold and treasure, and the increase I bring benefits more than a windfall of income. So we think of that, we think, wow, all of those things are really cool. I would like the wealth, I would like the riches, a long and satisfying life, greater worth than gold and treasure. And so then it's like, let's find wisdom so that I can get these things.
All these perks. Ka-ching!
No, it's the perks, right? But if there's one thing I've learned in the business world, if there's a business person who has something that you want added to your life, the wrong way to go about it is to get to know them so that you can get their stuff.
Yeah, the motive is very obvious and very self-focused, right? It's one way.
Oh, absolutely. And they will smell that from a mile away.
Yeah.
And they'll be running the other direction. You won't get anywhere with them. This is all relational, because it says here, unending wealth and glory come to those who discover where I dwell. So where does wisdom dwell? Have you ever thought of trying to find her pad? Where does she hang out? It does describe where she dwells in the next chapter here. And before any of these benefits, these perks come into our life, we're going to have to develop relationships with these beings.
Yeah, and do we not even believe that these spirits and angels and everything else that comes along with this glorious life in the kingdom, do we not believe that they also want to know us? I don't know if I ever had thought that way before in my life, that angels and spirits of God want to know me. You know, we think we pursue God, we want to know him. Oh, that'd be cool to see an angel. Oh, but to actually realize they delight in us as well.
Yes.
And they want this reciprocal two-way relationship, which is way better than a one-way, empty, self-focused kind of thing. That's part of love, right? And I never had thought that way. And I don't think a lot of people do. I don't think a lot of people think wisdom wants to know you and befriend you.
No, we don't think that way because, first of all, we barely know that she even exists.
Yeah.
And if we do, we think she's allegorical. What would it be like to be like, oh, I'm allegorical?
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm a person. And yeah, I want to get to know you. And when we're in a friendship position, then I'll start opening up to you. And that's the way this spirit works. And that's the way all of these spirits work.
Yeah. And Jesus, right?
Yes.
I think we think, okay, I'm going to worship you. I'm going to pray. I'll do a devotional. I'll go to church and honor you, but not even realize he wants to know you.
At the very end, he says to the ones that he sent away, I never knew you.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
These beings want to know you more than you even want to know them.
Wow. And what an honor it would be for wisdom if we just wanted to know her with no strings attached. Even if you didn't tell me anything, if I got no wisdom from you,
There you go.
I want to know you.
That's a BAM. Yeah, because that is actually the way it works. We use the word no agenda here a lot on Let's Go Up,
Yeah.
but in the kingdom of heaven, that really is the way.
We read in the Old Testament, especially pursuing for, but then in the New, we just are, and then it just comes, the effortlessness of it.
Yeah. Seek
get
God and you will find him if you search with all your heart.
Yeah.
And now we're invited in. We're already there. We're brought into the fullness. We're brought into the creamy center.
I know. Seriously, Dean, everything that they were crying out for in the old covenant, we have been given so much more than we ever thought. You know, oh, create in me a clean heart, a steadfast spirit, you know, this kind of angst prayer. And he's like, give you a new one, give you mine.
Yeah. And we as new creatures of the kainos, new creation kingdom life, have direct access to heaven and to all of these amazing beings.
Yeah.
And we can get to know them. Is that not the most exciting news of all?
So good. I feel like this is why Jesus seems so disconnected, I think, from people. You know, his response was always so different. You know, there was some stress or chaos happening at some point all the time. And they'd come to him trying to wrap him into that. And he was just on this other grid. And he carried this peace and this whole other realm with him everywhere he went. You know, he was so connected to something so different.
We do get a bit of a glimpse when he went up with his 3 disciples. He was talking with Moses and Elijah. I mean, there he is interacting with the great cloud of witnesses.
Yeah.
So a shout out to the great cloud today.
Yes. Can they get a round of applause?
We welcome you and we honor you, as well as the angelic, as well as the 7 spirits and all of the beings that are in heaven. We're all part of one family.
Yeah.
Okay, so Karitas, we're going to go on just a little ways further here today. So now we're going to go to the next chapter of Proverbs.
Proverbs 9.
It says, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. And so here we have wisdom talking about her roommate, prudence, and also knowledge, and there's also discretion. These are all personalities.
It's a party.
It is a party at Lady Wisdom's house. Just a few verses earlier, we read how we need to find out where wisdom dwells. She's actually got a house.
Yeah, so when you find her, you find way more
That's
than
right.
expected.
Yeah. In my experience, Lady Wisdom, Dame Prudence, and Madam Understanding, all 3 of them, they all hang out together. They're like a trio of sisters.
Yeah.
Where one goes, the other goes. Sometimes they finish each other's sentences. You know, they're seamless between the 3 of them.
God, you know, God likes his 3s. And it's a joyful time, right? You know, she says, listen to my instruction and be wise. Joyful are those who listen to me. You don't have to try to be joyful. And have wisdom and joy. Whoever thought those 2 things go together? Okay, here we've got some specs on Wisdom's house.
All right.
Wisdom has built her house. She has carved its 7 columns. All right, so she likes to chisel and carve.
All right.
She has prepared a great banquet. She's mixed the wines and set the table. She's busy. She has sent her servants to invite everyone to come. She calls out from the heights overlooking the city, come in with me, she urges. To those who lack a good judgment, come eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. She likes the food and the wine.
She's all about the wine. Yeah. It says she's mixed her drinks.
Yeah, this is homemade wine.
Right. Okay, I just want to talk about her house. So if you're looking for Lady Wisdom, take a field trip to heaven. The first person that you meet, ask, do you know where Lady Wisdom's house is? Okay.
You hear the music? That's
Hey.
probably Lady Wisdom's house.
All right. So you're going to find this big house and it's got 7 pillars. Music is blaring. It's kind
Odor of delicious feast.
That's right. You can smell the feast. The whole house is going boom, boom. Like, like, like when you go away for the weekend and you leave the kids.
Spring break party.
That's right. All right. So she's got wine, she's got food. And when you go in the house, you're going to find Prudence because they live together, understanding, sure to be somewhere near. You will also find some of the other 7 spirits. I think one thing we don't understand about wisdom, we think that it's this somber thing that we need to find.
It's the wisdom. And we think we have to be super mature and calm.
Right.
No partying allowed, Dean. Meanwhile, all I see here is this invite to a party and feasting and relaxing.
Lady Wisdom is a party.
She's a party animal.
That's right. And so the house is filled with joy. And so in order to encounter Lady Wisdom and find out what she's like, you're going to have to enter the atmosphere of joy.
Ooh, and Jesus, anointed with the oil of joy more than all the others, how long did he spend in that party house with Lady Wisdom? Because he came out more covered in joy than anyone else.
No, that's such a good point.
Okay. Wisdom will multiply your days and add years to your life. Who ever heard of a party adding years to your life?
Usually they take years from your life. Not this one, people.
Again. It's the whole, those sermons you hear, the upside down kingdom. It's like opposite to what you see here on earth. It's very unexpected. This is one of those things.
That's right. It says here, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, arrogance, and the evil way. And wisdom says, the perverted mouth I hate. Advice is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. Power is mine. I find it interesting that it says power is mine because Jesus was full of power. By me, kings reign and rulers decree justice. I love those who love me, and those who diligently seek me will find me. So there's no way that this could be bad. This is a win-win-win-win. This person legitimately wants to know us. She's been sent out into the earth. Next week, we're going to talk a little more personally about Lady Wisdom, her mission, why she's here, some of her history, and how she came to be this person who is now shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, if she wants to know us so much, why is it so hard to find wisdom?
Yeah.
Why do we have to diligently seek her if she's so-called is calling out from the heights, wanting us to come to her 7-pillared party house?
That's right.
What happened?
That's right. We're going to talk about all that next week.
It's like a therapy session.
Yeah.
With wisdom. Spill the beans.
Yeah. So in the meantime, have an awesome week. We'll see you next time. We'll be talking more about Lady Wisdom and her friends.
Bye.
Bye.